everybody, and welcome to what is usually Friday night movie night. Tonight is our 100th live show, and to celebrate, we are doing Friday night movie night. But I just wanted to take a second and uh, acknowledge the milestone. I mean, it is absolutely mind-boggling that we've hit 100 live episodes since August 15th. It is truly amazing, and I can't thank my host enough for their time, their effort, energy, putting up with my shit so much. We got Ron in the studio with me tonight. We have Andrea in chat. Morgan's looking around somewhere, but yes, I just wanted to make a thank you message from all of us to everyone who jumps in and supports these shows. It means a lot.
Yeah, absolutely, John. I mean, we just wouldn't have what we have right now if it wasn't for all of you coming in and putting up with our craziness and our twisted sense of humor at times, uh, uh, and all that other stuff. But the interaction that you guys provide is what excites us and keeps us going. So absolutely, hats off to you guys. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, you got Gary saying 100 in the chat. Andrew's in the chat saying 100 episodes. Thank you for filling in, Ron. We really appreciate you. Congratulations and hashtag Hugh for Ron. And Morgan Peak says Hugh for Ron too. So more people like you than me, that's okay. Because
thank you guys.
That's how it goes. I mean, it's my show, but it's everybody's show. And I'm just a man child who sits back, looks pretty, and smiles. Thank you both for keeping the base, Michelle, going strong for the other 100. Yes. We hit 100, but we're going for a lot more. That's for damn sure.
Absolutely.
The next time I'll celebrate it is when we hit 1,000, so you might have to come back in a couple of years, but... Andrew said, my voice is back finally.
Well, that's good.
That's awesome to hear, Andrew. Hopefully we have you back in the studio next week, so you can jump back in and like you never left. So I'm going to pull this list up real quick. As I sit here and eat a pretzel because I'm hungry. Comedy, if I can spell. Okay, we quick chart. Got it. So tonight we are going to do movies 51 to 1 on QuickChart.com's top 100 slapstick movies of all time. We had been asked to do this by our good friend Marlena last week, who might be in chat later. She is watching the Sixers and Flyers game because both teams are playing tonight. But she said she would tune in to the show after she was done. Got to go. I'll be back. Gary will be here when you
All right.
Back.
We'll be here, Gary. Thanks.
But we're going to start with number 51, Ron said. So I got to scroll all the way down to my number 51.
Yeah, we were going to start at 50, but when I saw what 51 was, it's one that's been mentioned on the show a few times. So I figure why not start there?
If you think about it, that's actually how we did the cult classics too. We were going to start at 50, but then we saw 51. We're like, we got to start at 51.
Exactly.
So this is a reoccurrence of what we do.
So we're just going to have to start. Every time we say we're starting at 50, we'll start at 51.
It sounds like a plan to me.
It's a tradition.
Yeah. I mean, at this point it is, you're right.
Yep.
So why not keep a tradition going?
That just goes to show you we're both a little off.
Yeah, just a smidge.
Or so we've been told.
Okay, we can go with that. I mean,
yeah.
Ron, do you want to introduce number 51? Or you want
Absolutely, I will. Number 51, the classic sports movie, Basketball, from David Zucker with Trey Stone and Matt Parker, the creators of South Park. This is a pretty wild movie. I thoroughly enjoy watching it, and I can watch it again and again. And I know, John, it's one of your favorites as well.
Oh, it's a classic. You can't. There's a lot of one-liners in this movie that you can repeat. Just watching it in general is nuts. But
Yeah, I agree. It's it's basically about a story of two guys that kind of invent a game in their backyard, and then it ends up turning into a professional sport. So,
Andrew says, "Be right back."
all right, Andrea.
But imagine, sorry, I was gonna say, imagine this actually turning into a real sport. Does it ever happen?
Unfortunately, no, but it would be awesome. I would watch. I know that.
Yeah, I mean, I forget the one actual sports announcer who's in the movie, and he's just like almost like has a gray beard growing. He's like month 9 of the season, and just like passes out. But it's a classic. I mean,
yeah.
Just the whole this movie actually got me in trouble at work. I'm not gonna lie. Because I was talking to somebody at work about it and how they used to call Kenny the little bitch.
Yeah.
I was doing that joking with a buddy of mine at work, so when I heard it reported me, I got in trouble.
Oh boy.
So
you hate to get that call.
Yeah. Thank you a lot, Basketball. We got
Hi, Julie.
Hello, Julie. Nice to see you. So if anyone knows anything about the movies that we're reading off these lists, feel free to jump in and let us know if you've seen it, heard of it, like it, laugh at it, hate it. That's what it's all about. So,
absolutely.
Number 50 is another. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, number 50 is another David Zucker movie, The Naked Gun, 2.5, The Smell of Fear. With Leslie Nielsen, Priscilla Presley, George Kennedy. Yeah, it's an absurd comedy based on television and a comedy of errors. So, I don't know if I've ever seen this one or not, so if you want to give your insight.
I mean, all the Naked Gun movies pretty much followed the same formula for the most part. It's the Leslie Nielsen show. I mean, quite frankly. There's Marlena.
Marlena.
It pretty much follows the same formula, based off the TV series Police Squad, with Leslie Nielsen and the Zuckers. You can't go wrong. You know, it's like some of the humor is very physical, very campy, but definitely along that vein of the Zuckers with Airplane and such. Just a riot.
Gotcha.
Can't say enough good stuff about it.
Did 2.5 also have O.J. Simpson, or was that only 33?
I think that was the first one that did not, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Because O.J. Simpson actually was kind of funny in these movies, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, he was.
So, do you want to read number 49? Or do you want me to?
Okay, 49 is going back a ways. An old Cary Grant movie called The Bachelor and the Bobby Soxer, which, it's kind of hard to put that in the slapstick category, I think. But I probably have not seen that movie in such a long time. I don't really think I could tell you much about it. I mean, I remember Cary Grant was in it. That's about it.
I'm not gonna lie, I've never heard of it. I see Shirley Temple. I mean, she's kind of famous, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, there you go. I forgot she was in it. Yeah, we'll have to skip that one, actually, because that one's kind of obscure. And every now and then we're going to skip one here and there because, you know, yeah. If we don't have enough to say about it, we could just move on. So, number 48, National Lampoon's European Vacation.
Now, that European Vacation was the first one in the fourth series, right?
That would have been that was the third one, maybe?
1985. I'm thinking that's the second one.
No, because you had Christmas Vacation. Wasn't Christmas Vacation before the European one, or was it the other way around?
I think it's the other way around.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I think.
But yeah, European Vacation. Um, it was they won a game show called Pig in the Poke,
Yep.
and then they end up winning a European trip. Um, and you had Audrey missing her boyfriend, and you had um, Rusty uh, doing Rusty kind of things.
Yep.
Um, Eric Idle has a funny cameo in this from Monty Python
Okay.
as the guy on the bicycle.
Oh, he's the one on the scooter.
Yes, yeah, that's Eric Idle from Monty Python.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that's I've watched it many a time. Pretty funny. The scene in the when she finds out about the movie that was recorded in the shower. That was kind of funny too.
I mean, the part that I always remember about that movie is in the small little four person car driving around the traffic circle, and he's trying to get out, and he can't get off to the right, so they keep circling around the same circle. Hey kids, look, Parliament. Hey kids,
Yeah.
look, Parliament. After a while, we know.
When he backs into Stonehenge and all of Stonehenge collapses.
Oh no. Marlena says all their lampoons are fantastic. I agree.
Yeah, I agree. They were all pretty good stuff.
So number 47, I never heard of, the Music Box, 1932.
It's Laurel and Hardy. The Music Box.
29
Black.
minutes long.
Yeah, black and white. I mean, it was almost right these days. It would probably be called a short, an extended short,
Okay.
something of that nature. Because back then, there was a lot going on when you went to the movies. I mean, you went to the movies. There was an organ player. There was there could very well be a vaudeville act, and then show a Laurel and Hardy short, or some other Charlie Chaplin or
Charlie
any
Chaplin.
of the others that were kind of famous back in that time.
You can't go wrong with Charlie Chaplin. I don't care what you say.
No, and Laurel and Hardy. I mean, Laurel and Hardy really were the creators of slapstick. I mean, if you really want to go back, I mean, well, Charlie Chaplin as well, but those old black and white kind of things, they had to do so much nonverbal comedy that it very much laid the groundwork for slapstick, for physical comedy.
Interesting.
So
I'm sorry, I can't speak much about this movie. I had never heard of it, so with that being said, I've never watched it.
Yep.
So
46.
This is a classic. I don't care. People hate it. I think it's one of his funniest movies ever.
I agree. I would say probably in the top 3.
Okay, number 46 is the movie of Waterboy. Adam Sandler, Kathy Bates, Lorenzo Buck, Paul White has a character in this. Henry Winkler's in this. Farmer Fram. I mean, where do you start with this?
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many classic scenes and so many. Yeah, water sucks. Gatorade.
H2O.
Gatorade.
H2O. What Mama says.
Mama said that the reason that alligator is so ornery is because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush.
Guy reminds me of Colonel Sanders.
Yeah. Yeah, that's hilarious. And that was Jerry Reed from Smokey and the Bandit as Red, the opposing coach.
Oh wow!
Very classic role for him.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, as bad as it is, the funniest part of that movie is when he tells his mama,
Yeah.
She showed me her boobies. I like them.
I want to see him again.
no Colonel Sanders, you're wrong. And then just the things they did in that movie alone to make him more angry and vulnerable. To get him like to fly over the line, like kill somebody trying to tackle him.
Yeah.
It just, I mean, you have the whole, then the kicker with the whole KKA thing. I was like, what are you doing? It's just mind blowing. But
and the one thing about Adam Sandler movies, just to point out one last thing, they always have the most awesome soundtracks. I mean, he has his finger on the pulse of movie soundtracks, because every single Adam Sandler movie, if you listen to the classic songs that he has in the backgrounds, just outstanding.
And then something else I noticed about Adam Sandler movies, I know I'm a hypocrite when I say this, he hooks up with a different chick in all his movies. It's not the same actress.
It's a fringe benefit, man.
I guess so. I mean, do I sound jealous? I'm sorry if I do. But no, The Woody Boys, I can watch this movie at least once every 2 months, just for a laugh.
Yeah, if it's on TV and I'm flipping through the channels, then I definitely have to stop.
Everyone I think of Rio Speedwagon.
REO Speedwagon, yeah. I'll tell you, yeah, he just has some really, really great music in all of his movies.
All right. Number 45, another short, according to Ron.
Yeah.
The Haunted House.
Buster Keaton.
Yeah, and Edward F. Klein.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you much about this one. 1921. And it was only 21 minutes long. So I think we're going to bypass this one.
Okay. I mean, I may have to look some of these short ones up.
Yeah. I mean, it's not to say that they aren't worth watching, but they're just ones that it's really hard to have a frame of reference, and most people are not going to really have a frame of reference for these movies.
Yeah, they'll be like, huh? What the hell are they talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Like, number 44, which is a Marx Brothers movie. Not one of the most famous ones, At the Circus, but definitely part of a string of movies for them that they made back in the 30s, I think, probably late 30s. And, Groucho Marx, obviously was and the Marx Brothers were pioneers as well when it comes to comedy and physical comedy back in those days. So it always seemed like the Marx Brothers movies had a lot more production value, if you will. They just seemed like they were more like movies than some of the old stuff that came out of Buster Keaton or Laurel and Hardy and those guys.
Okay. So,
excuse me for a second.
Yeah. Got Curtis in the chat saying good evening, good evening, good evening. 100 episodes, amazing. Yes, it is an incredible milestone we hit tonight. I am stoked about the future for the show. And then Marlena says, is this the bearded woman movie?
Yes. Okay. There is a bearded woman in the movie, yes.
And we're being joined by a leprechaun.
Hi.
Hey. Hello.
Happy National Ginger Day.
Happy
nice.
Ginger Day. You look like a leprechaun, honestly.
Just want to say it's the only day of the year that people actually like gingers.
Unless you're married to one, then you have to like them every day.
Well, you don't have to, but it helps.
Yeah,
it's the beer. It's definitely the beer.
Holy shit. I think she's
that's what I used to do every St. Patrick's Day when I would go out to the local drinking establishment and have an adult beverage or two. I always kept a picture of my wife in my pocket. And then I'd drink 2 beers and then I'd peek at it. And then I'd drink 2 beers and then I'd peek at it. When she started looking really good, that's how I knew it was time to go home.
Oh, God. I'm ready for her to just take out Ron from the side.
wait,
She's not home. She's at work. So
Oh.
I'm safe for now till she watches the replay.
you might want to lock the door that your room you're in. She might be looking in the chat. Watch out.
Yeah, you never know.
Oh.
Do you know any of these movies that we have mentioned so far besides The Water Boy?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I've listened to some. I have a screaming husband.
Call of
Oh
Duty,
boy,
right?
it's that time, huh?
It is that time.
Yeah, they didn't try to recruit me tonight. I suck at that game.
Well, they knew tonight was your 100th.
Okay, well then, where are they at? Why aren't they celebrating with us?
Match streaming.
Oh well, of course he is. I'll have to invade his stream later because knowing him, he'll be on till about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Yep.
But all right, number 43 is actually a movie I had just researched that I'm actually going to watch.
Oh, you haven't seen this one?
I have not.
Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. I really, in some twisted way, really love this movie. And it's mainly for one reason, and it's the character Death. William Sadler plays Death, and he is just totally hilarious in this. You know, when I see Death with his dark robe and his sickle say, "You sunk my battleship," I lose it. That's it. I'm in.
Well, I read that this movie put Keanu Reeves on the map, and he's just a complete burnout in this movie.
Well, this was the second one, actually. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure was the first one.
Okay, that might be the
This-
one I'm thinking. Okay.
This was the second one in the series.
Okay.
And
I haven't seen any of them.
Oh, really? Wow.
I live under a rock.
Okay, I'm going to say. So, yeah, definitely Bill and Ted, a lot of mindless fun. And you learn a little history along the way, too. Yeah, because they're traveling through time and hooking up with different historical figures. So,
Oh.
you have Napoleon and Genghis Khan and Abe Lincoln, Sigmund Freud. So, yeah, definitely.
If I like Marlena's comment, moving it, I'm gonna have to lock myself in a room and watch some of these myself. I own 300 movies and I've never seen this one.
Bless you.
Ooh, thank you.
You all right?
You're allergic to Johnny.
I don't know. I better not be.
Are you
Otherwise, he's going to have a lot of lonely shows.
I was gonna say, should I back out, let you two have fun?
No.
Bring
No,
my man
absolutely.
child?
No, man, child. You're in the middle. You got to stay.
Bless toy.
Black toy.
That sounds really messed up.
She said you. She fixed
There
it.
goes the PG, Ron.
There it goes. There it goes. Didn't take long. 24 minutes in, and it's out.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. That's why people keep coming back and watching this show. So
Yeah. You want G, go watch the Disney Channel.
true. Could do that.
Yep.
All right, number 42, The Return of the Pink Panther. I almost said Black Panther. The Pink Panther.
Pink Panther. Peter Sellers is a genius. I mean, his Inspector Clouseau. If you look up slapstick comedy in the dictionary, it should have his picture. I mean, he was just amazing. Turd. Somebody said turd. Marlena said turd.
No, she's probably going one of us or two. That's okay.
Me.
Okay.
It happens.
Oh boy.
Sure,
But
sure.
yeah, all the Pink Panther movies, the Peter Sellers Pink Panther movies, definitely worth a watch if you haven't seen them. His Inspector Clouseau was just a classic character.
Marlena's saying Leslie Nelson was the king.
Oh yeah, yeah. he's right up there. Yep. Between Naked Gun and some of the other stuff he did, even the little known stuff like Dracula Dead and Loving It. His Dracula was hilarious as well. That was one of his more obscure ones, but
Airplane. Yep.
Airplane, Naked Gun, and yeah, absolutely.
Like
That's good.
snakes on a plane?
No, completely different. Different time period.
Yeah. Ain't nothing funny about these effing snakes on this effing plane.
So you said to yourself, do I need to start getting the beep button out? I had sound effects before. I could bring them back.
Oh boy, there you go.
That's up to you. You let me know if you want to go on a cursing me. I'll just start bleeping it out.
I edited myself. Thank you very much.
I know.
It will no longer be the basement show. It'll be the beep show.
Yeah,
You're going to hear.
It'll
Especially
just sound like an EKG going bad. Ooh.
Especially if we do another Tuesday night like this past one.
Yeah.
That was all you.
Hey, it was a great night.
I still get talked about that at work, okay? Jerry was actually telling me about it today at work, saying how he was listening in the break room and had to turn his phone down so he didn't get me in trouble.
What you do off the clock isn't your fault.
True. But,
Just
you know,
just because you're being broadcast into your workplace, that's not your fault.
Poor Curtis almost pissed himself laughing. We had to pause the show.
we had that brief bathroom break, you're right.
Yeah.
He's probably still in here looking, probably laughing at this again, so.
He's online with the guys.
Oh, he's actually playing tonight, okay.
Yeah.
We're getting the sound game. We all need to get together and have a night. The sound game.
What is the sound game?
I'm scared about the sound game.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'd like to know about that.
I think this is going back to rated R.
Yeah.
Oh, you're here.
What sounds are we talking about?
Oh boy. I mean, I'm not trying to. I'm saying that one. I'll let her write that. If she writes for a comment about it, we'll read it. But number 41, the kid brother.
I was just gonna say, what's the next movie I haven't seen?
Yeah. Well, they start becoming more familiar as you get a little higher. So there's some of these down near 50 that are a little obscure. I will say
the kid brother. That just sounds wrong too.
That's Harold Lloyd. That's another, one of the ones from back in the day, 1927. So
wow.
some of these are going way back to the old black and white shorts. So.
Well, that wasn't a short though. That's 82 minutes.
Yeah. Well, Harold Lloyd made a lot of shorts, but this particular one was not.
Okay. Fair enough.
But Harold Lloyd did do a lot of the shorts back then as well.
Gotcha. All right. And the next one that movie doesn't know, A Night in Casablanca.
But this is Marx Brothers. But it's also going back into the 40s. So.
All right, A Night in Casablanca, or is it Casablanca? Two
No,
separate movies?
Yes, two separate movies, yes.
Oh.
Casablanca is Humphrey Bogart, but A Night in Casablanca was the Marx Brothers.
Okay.
So Groucho, Harpo, Chico, and
completely unrelated.
Zeppo Marx would have been the Marx Brothers at the time.
That's a lot of Marx.
It is, indeed.
I want to say the next one. This one's actually more recent, so maybe.
Now, I don't see how this is slapstick, but at number 39 is Twin Peaks: The Return. I don't see how David Lynch and Twin Peaks actually end up as a slapstick comedy. Yes. Got Dave in the chat.
Yep. Seriously, congratulations to each one of you for making such strides. This entire program is certainly going places, and you best be sure I'm going to keep up with such developments. Again, kudos. Thank you for
That's
thanks
so
for it, Dave.
awesome.
Thanks, Dave. We appreciate it. Dave has a podcast as well called The Shield, which is has a lot of political commentary and the like. So he has a very successful channel that's pretty much on all formats as well. So if anybody gets an opportunity and you really want to test your brain a little bit, then absolutely check out The Shield, which is Dave's channel.
Nice.
I mean, that's awesome words.
Thank you, Dave. We really appreciate it.
I'm speechless after that one.
Yep.
Yeah, the Twin Peaks: The Return.
Yeah, I just don't get how it's slapstick. So it's very dark. The Twin Peaks series and the movie that they ended up doing 2 movies, I believe, but they were very, very dark and very twisted. So that's why I'm surprised they ended up on this list. But hey, I didn't make the list.
No, it says 1,080 minutes. Is that true? Is it really that long?
1,080 minutes?
Yeah. See what it says, 2017, right next to it. That just seems like a long movie.
That seems like that's the whole series, like a season of the series.
Maybe.
At 1,080 minutes.
Dave says Twin Peaks is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean it was good quality. You know, it was extraordinary quality for ABC for when it aired on television. So David Lynch is a very renowned director. So yeah, definitely. The quality was there, the acting was there. Kyle MacLachlan and Sherilyn Finn and oh God, you could go on and on about all the people that were in it.
So it's well known then, since like I said, it's 2017. So
yeah,
more current day people would be in compared to older people.
Right. The more current people would be a little more tuned into number 38, Police Academy.
I love this movie.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Now we're talking slapstick. Now you're right back on track.
Has Morgan ever seen Police Academy? There's like 6 of them altogether. So
yeah, there was quite a few.
No.
To let you borrow the DVD. This is a bizarre movie about a group of misfits trying to join the police academy, and there's different types of characters for each of the roles.
Oh.
And the one guy, I forget his name, was actually just on AGT not too long ago, doing his voiceovers and stuff.
Nice.
Michael Winslow is
Yes.
the voice guy. You know, the guy that does all the sound effects and stuff. He was in Spaceballs. He was in a lot of movies back in the day. Just doing crazy sounds and stuff.
Yeah. Next time I see you, hand him over.
I had the first 4.
Yeah, Steve Guttenberg. Yeah, Bubba Smith. You have Kim Cattrall, maybe.
Yep, she's in there.
Yep.
On the list.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, Dave. As far as Twin Peaks go, it definitely pushed boundaries for sure. Actually caught a lot of flack for some of their stories, and definitely ahead of its time. I would agree. But yeah, Police Academy movies definitely worth the watch. Pretty campy, pretty funny.
Like I said, Morgan, I got the first 4. I'll drop them off there.
Sounds good.
I think Kevin would probably even enjoy them.
Yeah. We tried, I'm not sure if you guys ever seen, it was a TV show called Flashpoint.
Okay. Yeah.
It was an awesome, awesome show, and Kevin's never seen it, so I went to show him, and whatever platform we were using had the descriptions with the series or with the episode mixed up. So we weren't watching them in order, and it was very maddening. So I don't think we ever got to show him what it was, but I really enjoyed the series. So when you say Police Academy, it's like a bunch of misfits, that all kind of get along, work together. So
Yeah,
sounds
definitely.
something I would watch.
Oh yeah, I think, like I said, you would definitely probably enjoy it.
Yeah.
So number 37, I have never heard of before. It is over 100 years old. Shoulder Arms.
Yeah, that's another Charlie Chaplin one. We could just skip that one.
Okay. Number 36, Morgan, I know you've probably at least seen this one. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, I have.
Yeah. And the most famous cameo in that, Mr. Donald Trump.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Well, freaking 5 seconds.
Not even.
Yeah.
I think it's the only movie, like you said when we did it on the show, Tuesday Night Show, it's the only movie that Donald Trump's actually a human being in.
So instead of the wet bandits in that one, and the first one, they became the sticky bandits in New York.
Right. Yeah.
Oh
yeah. Tim Curry was in that as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the hotel manager, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Tim Curry, absolutely great actor.
Hey, look, we have another leprechaun on the show.
Hey, happy 100th show, Johnny.
Hey.
Appreciate
All
it.
right.
Ron, how you doing?
Okay. How you doing, Kevin?
Oh, Kev, while you're here, we're actually going to lend you guys movies. You're going to watch Police Academy.
Oh, I love that series.
She's never seen them.
She went in there.
She will.
There you go.
Of course he's seen it. He would see a lot of these movies. Marmar says hi. Kev.
Yeah.
Marmar says hi.
Hi, Mar.
Hi, Mar. What else you have to say
Shut
about
it all the
Home
way.
Alone 2?
He opened it.
Well, I mean, it was kind of a little bit of a step down from the first one. It felt a little forced, but I mean, the first one was just classic genius. So it was going to be hard to top that one to begin with. But
True.
But it was it wasn't bad. It's worth a watch.
Yeah.
I mean, just because Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern are just hilarious in those roles.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
another one Morgan's probably seen, number 35, Big Daddy.
Love that movie.
All right, take it away. That one is all yours.
We go together like lamb and tuna.
Did somebody get this kid a Happy Meal?
What do you want to eat? 50 packets of ketchup. You know who that is? It's Marlena's son.
Oh boy.
Hands down is a ketchup fiend. See? Is obsessed with ketchup.
My sister
I
was
recently got a new job and I miss them already. I wipe my own ass. Oh, we should have taught him that, Mar.
I wipe my own ass.
So it's literally been my first week of this new job and I miss them so much. But every morning when I would make a sandwich for school, it would be ham and cheese and ketchup. Anything and everything he can put ketchup on, he would.
That's disgusting.
I'd be like, you sure? He's like, yup. And I'm like, really? Yup.
When I was a kid, I remember putting ketchup on bologna sandwiches, bologna and cheese.
Don't make me sing the song again.
Oh, no.
Yes, I remember the song. I had to
So-
go find my wiener whistle.
It's a cultural
I
shock.
think Johnny stole it.
I actually do nothing. I just sit here and look pretty. But I actually referenced Big Daddy the other day to a person at work. She was complaining about how every time her kids make a mess, they take towels out of the bathroom to clean up the mess. It's like, no, just tell them to put newspaper down and walk away.
You know what makes me think of this movie? Every time I'm grocery shopping or see a dented can. If I see canned goods that are dented, my first thought is Microsoft just went down 2 points. Every time.
Nice.
The kangaroo song. The kangaroo song. Scuba Steve. I mean, there's so many reference points to this movie.
Oh yeah, definitely.
that I could just talk about it forever, but I won't.
What is it? I'm a kangaroo and I like to play a hop, 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 hop. Or what do you say? Or something.
That was pretty good. That was pretty close.
You know what would actually go good with that? The truffle shuffle.
Nope.
It kind
Yeah.
of has the same beat to it, you know?
Nope. I'm good. We're trying to gain viewers, not lose viewers.
Oh, okay. My mistake.
So, Ron, I didn't show you the video, but when I was watching the kids, I was pretty bad influence on them. All I would have to do is go, and they would do French vanilla, Rocky Road, you know. All I had to do was go from another room completely out of nowhere and go, and they'd all start.
Nice. I love it.
And they say I'm a bad influence.
I have corrupted them. We had fun.
Oh, God.
Up there it is. DJ Scoop.
He has his bag of toys right off camera. You sure saw what
I don't want to know about the bag of toys. Keep them off camera.
Well, you still have the chompers on? Yep, there you go.
Giant chompers.
Who the hell has this?
What? The actual fuck am I watching?
I asked the same question last week.
Believe it or not, that's actually a Halloween candy bowl.
Yeah, I'm not coming over there. What the fuck?
There was also some off color comment about Mrs. Godzilla, but we won't get into that.
I don't want to know.
All right, I like to get you guys off track because I like to have fun. What is the next movie that I haven't seen?
34, The Great Outdoors. John Candy,
I have fucking seen it.
Dan Aykroyd.
Why don't you go find yourself a spin cycle?
The big bald ass bear.
Yes.
This is one movie Morgan actually just gave me recently, believe it or not.
Nice.
Did I give you that one?
Yep.
Oh god.
It was a
And
whole-
the steak challenge.
Oh god, no. Mm-mm.
She's saying no, so I guess we should probably skip talking about that because I don't want to get her sick.
It's
Yeah.
just been there, done that. Like you know Mac. So eating challenges, stuff like that, like the nasty feeling you get when you overeat and then you continue to eat more, it's just sickening.
From
The
Carly?
72 ouncer.
Yep.
That just sounds painful.
Oh gosh.
Especially steak, because it's like, that's a lot of work.
Yeah. Oh, and then didn't they say at the end, and the bone too? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, no.
Alright, after that, number 33, we have the movie Cops. An 18-minute short from 1922.
Buster
Nope, didn't say
Keaton. Pass.
Okay. 32, silent movie.
Mel Brooks. I can talk on this one.
What movie?
The silent movie.
Oh, well, let's stay silent about it.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because actually, despite its title, there was one word spoken in silent movie. Absolutely only one word. And it was spoken by someone who was known for not speaking. It was spoken by the French actor and mime Marcel Marceau. And the word that was spoken was no. As in, no, I will not be in your movie. But that was the only word that was spoken in silent movie. It was a really risky thing on his part. There was a lot of physical comedy in it, but it really did not catch on very well. It was probably one of his less successful, but it was definitely it definitely had its moments, just in the physical comedy that they were able to execute in that.
That's what Marlena saying she's watching the History of the World.
Yeah, I started the first couple. I haven't gotten all the way through yet, but
Hello, Terry.
what I saw so far was pretty good. I mean, not to the level of the movie, but definitely it looks like it's got some potential going forward. So, yeah, happy St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have much green on there. I'm slacking, but
This is literally the most I've celebrated all day.
what
I
you
changed my shirt and I put a hat on.
You're 2 steps ahead of me. I had black on black all day. I worked all day.
I have been down the past 2 days with stomach bugs, so I was pretty much down and out.
Well, I was in meetings all day, work meetings, and I went to the work meeting, our normal, wearing the normal stuff you'd wear to a meeting. And of course, 3/4 of the people that were there had on green. So I was like, okay, well, I suck. Thank you. Nobody gave me the memo.
Oh,
So it's one of those ones where you get invited to a party and you get told it's a costume party and you go and there's nobody in costume.
Yeah, I've been to those.
that sounds interesting, Gary.
He works
I guess you were in the seafood department.
Yeah, he's over there full time now. He got to prepare foods like I did.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, because he was stuck doing chickens all damn day.
Good.
Well, is it better to do
the
chickens or
rotisserie
fish?
chickens?
Less stress.
Yeah.
Seafood.
Okay. I mean, if I go home smelling like a chicken, I'm not as upset as if I go home smelling like a fish.
Yeah.
Just a personal preference.
Well, I mean, both are worse because either you get the stinky raw fish smell or
Yeah.
Well, the fish doesn't have the raw juices coming from it.
Thank you. You're
Okay.
absolutely right. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Like you're selling fish on ice and putting them in bags and weighing them and stuff like that. Like
Gotcha.
it's not as bad. Yeah, it smells worse than chicken, but you're not like bathed in it.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's the worst, especially when you're trying to season the chicken. You pick it up and all the juice just like run down. You're like,
Yeah, and you're at work for an 8-hour shift with that on you.
yeah. So, number 31.
31.
Don't know
Batman.
How is this a cult classic?
This is the original Batman. The Adam West Batman.
Okay, I own it.
The one that was related in the theaters. It actually was kind of it had 3 of the villains in it. It had Joker, Penguin, it had Penguin, Catwoman, and Riddler.
The one with Danny DeVito, Penguin?
No. This is the original Batman.
1966.
1966, the one with Burt Ward and Adam West. But actually, Catwoman was played in the movie by Lee Merriweather, and then was replaced in the series by Julie Newmar and Eartha Kitt when they did it on the series. So
I might have saw it a long time ago, but I don't remember.
the one funniest scene that I definitely qualifies it as slapstick, though, is that Batman's got this bomb, and he grabs the bomb, and it has the fuse on it that you can see is like burning down, and he's running to go get rid of it, and he's running down the street, and he gets ready to throw it, and there's a school bus, and then he turns around, he starts running the other way, and he goes to throw it, and there's a lady with a baby carriage. And he like goes like this, and then he runs the other way, and he's just about to toss it, and there's a boat full of nuns, and he stops, and he goes, and then he finally gets it, and he throws it in time before it explodes. But that was a funny scene in that movie.
I may have to go back and watch it. I actually own this, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I have it on Blu-ray.
Oh, okay. So it's probably got some commentary in it and stuff too.
Oh, I'm sure. This is back before they had the back signal. They had the red phone on the desk. The back phone.
Yeah. Well, they always had that on the desk.
Well, but the newer movies have you look at the sky and you see a spotlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Well, maybe they had like a red cell phone or something. You just didn't see it.
Maybe I gotta go back and watch them. I have all of them. I'm not lying. I have this one. I have the 4 ones from the 80s and 90s, and I have the whole Dark Knight series.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of them too.
One that's on my list that I haven't seen, and I know it's really dark. We have not been around to see the Joker yet.
Very dark movie. Joking.
I know
Yeah,
we had
yeah,
talked about it. Chris Harvey is a big, big Batman guy. I believe he was a personal assistant to Heath Ledger when that one came out. Said he was a great guy and everything. He has the tattoos all down his arm. But he said it was very, very dark. So I want to watch it. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Well, if you want to borrow it, let me know. I can throw that one on your list too.
Yes.
So you're talking about the Joaquin Phoenix one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The problem is actually having time to where we're both home and actually can sit down for a 2-hour stretch without being interrupted by a fire call, a phone call, a meeting, something.
Well, it's a very dark movie that you have to be
Yeah.
intentional watching.
Yeah.
definitely dark.
So, number 30, The Great Race.
Great Race is Jack Lemmon, Tony Curtis, Natalie Wood was in it also. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I really can't give you a lot of detail about it. Matter of fact, I don't even know if I watched all the way through. So
The only thing that comes to mind, wasn't there one, the rat race or something?
yeah, the Rat Race was
Across country.
right, was kind of like Cannonball Run kind of deal.
Okay. So that's the
Yeah.
only thing that came to mind. So I have
Yeah.
not seen the Great Race.
Yep. Definitely.
Marlena says, watch the remake of The Great Race. Or something different. Mr. Bean.
I guess it
Mr.
has
Bean.
Mr. Bean in it.
Okay.
Interesting.
Nice. Can't go wrong with Mr. Bean.
No, not at all.
Number 29. High Anxiety, Mel Brooks.
It sounds like the story of my life.
Great movie.
Can't say I've seen it.
Take off on like suspense thrillers kind of deal. A lot of Hitchcock references, and that kind of stuff. But a little bit of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest in there as well.
Thanks, Mark.
So yeah, definitely. And Mel had his normal group of crazies in it. You know, his usual cohorts like Madeline Kahn, Cloris Leachman. You know, some of them guys. But there's a lot of quotable lines in that one too. I could go on that one for a while.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, definitely worth a watch, Johnny. And number 28, The Mask, Jim Carrey.
One of my favorite
Oh, I
movies.
haven't seen that in forever.
That was
Cameron Diaz. Wasn't that one of her first movies?
It was her first movie. Yeah,
Oh.
absolutely. And pretty much put her on the map.
God, it's been so long.
The special effects in that were pretty amazing for the time. It was just Jim Carrey is just, it's like he's made of rubber. You know, he's just
Pretty much.
things he can do with his face and his the amount of when you talk about slapstick comedy, you got to put him up there pretty high too.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I mean, I'm surprised he didn't freak out over that mask, but apparently he was so claustrophobic in The Grinch that they struggled making that movie.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was the Grinch stuff was a lot of prosthetics, I think. In The Mask, I think it was more makeup than anything. So I think that was
Gotcha.
probably the main difference between the two. But yeah, either way, it's got to be uncomfortable to be shooting for, 12, 13 hours a day in that kind of makeup and stuff.
Yeah.
It's got to
So-
be insane.
They love me. They really love me.
I'm going to jump off the beaten path real quick. Every time you say it's ahead of its time, my
Yeah.
only thought is James Cameron.
Okay.
Avatar was written before Titanic, the movie Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
I am absolutely obsessed with it, but he didn't want it to come out before Titanic, even though it was written first, because the technology wasn't there yet to make the movie the way he designed it and wanted it to be. So I thought that was pretty cool. So every time you say like ahead of its time, like that comes to mind for that movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I just you look at Titanic and the time setting and when it was written, and then you look at Avatar, and I can't picture Avatar ever being written prior to that.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing how some things take. I mean, there's some movies that take 3-4 years after being written to come out. So Avatar is 20 years after it was written to come out. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always knew Titanic would be a big hit.
That's cold.
That's cold.
Yeah.
I said the same thing.
Ba-doom.
Wow, stay out of my head, okay? I said the exact same thing. Wow.
You know what? There was enough room for both of them. End of story.
Yeah.
Again, the funny thing is we were talking about that tonight at work. I don't know why we started talking about it. Oh, because I told her the hidden secret about the movie Titanic that not a lot of people know about.
A secret?
Okay.
There's a secret that if you ever watch the movie Titanic, you have to look very closely to.
Okay.
That towards the very end of the movie, when Rose goes to sleep, and all of a sudden, like it flash you back, and everyone's in like the grand entrance or like the lobby of the Titanic, like the whole cast and crew.
Yeah.
If you look at the clock behind Jack, they set it to the exact time at the iceberg.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have
Okay.
another hidden clue in there.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
So, you know, at the beginning of the movie when he's playing cards for the tickets,
Mm-hmm.
who is he playing it with? Sven and Olaf. Who are your Frozen characters?
Okay.
Your sidekicks are Sven and Olaf.
There you go. Okay. Damn.
Nice.
Iceberg straight ahead.
Titanic knew.
Yeah,
All right. Go back onto your movie list. Sorry.
No, just real quick about the Titanic. They had been talking about trying to make a second one. I don't know how the hell you do that one.
A Titanic?
Yeah.
How?
Well,
It's
I mean,
underwater.
they did make a second Poseidon adventure.
Yeah. Well, because there's like certain clues that make you think that Jack's actually from the future. Because he's like talking about stuff that hadn't existed yet that he brings up in that movie. So
Jack
Sarah-
to the Future.
So
To me, it sounded like he was in the streets. He's learned things that, you know, he had to learn to survive. And he was privileged to all these different trades because that's how he lived and that's how he was so knowledgeable. I wouldn't chalk that up to from the future. But if you look at the time setting for Titanic, like, that'd be a weird spinoff to go that direction.
yeah.
That and the fact that at the end, the entire movie was, you know, over talked about this older Rose who hasn't seen him. If their love was as great as it was, you think he would have found her.
Very true.
But if they do a second movie, is the second boat going to crash too?
Well, they actually did make another Titanic. It was never released in the movie theater. It's actually like Titanic 2 or something. It was a straight to Netflix type movie. I couldn't watch any of it.
Was
seemed
it really?
awful.
I never knew about that. Wow.
I'll have to
That's
look it up.
crazy.
Well, look it up.
Yeah, that's insane.
But somebody stop me. That's all
So-
I can think of next.
Okay, stop because the next movie is 27, Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh boy.
Where's Marlena?
Yeah, Marlena and I were going back and forth on this one the other week
Oh boy.
because I am a Robin Hood that can speak with an English accent.
Those two the other day we're going bonkers.
It's an awesome Mel Brooks movie.
I mean, I haven't been around to watch much. I've been kind of really busy. I have to go back, but the things I saw between Marlena being on and Ron, they are scary together. Between
Yeah.
both of their knowledge with movies and oh gosh.
Yeah, there's. I think I met my match. She's
Yeah.
she has a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, Robin Hood Men in Tights definitely. If you haven't seen it, John, have you seen it?
Maybe once.
Go back and watch it again. It'll be worth your while for sure.
But yeah, Titanic 2 had Bruce Davidson and Brooke Burns.
Wow.
It came out, I want to say, well, it says 100 years later, so 2018. Like I said, it was just a straight to DVD type movie. They didn't publicize it or nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand why people or companies do that because you think you would want it in the box office and a chance to make money. Usually you have to advertise something for people to get interested to buy it and or watch it, and that's how you make your money. So why do they just release something and not tell nobody?
No idea.
Yeah. They really
Hi,
didn't.
Andrea.
Oh wait, you dumped me already, Andrea? Wow.
It's because you're wearing an Eagles jersey.
Oh,
She's an
okay.
Eagles fan too.
Who, Andrea?
Yeah, she was rooting for the Eagles to win the Super Bowl this year.
No.
Yep.
Doesn't mean she's an Eagles fan.
Yes, she does. Bullshit. Anytime you root for a certain team,
Wow.
that makes you a fan.
I'll have to.
Yep.
I have to call in and get my
Come on,
girls
Andrea.
before
It's
bros.
chicks before dick.
Go be one, bros.
Okay, that's fair. I'll accept that. Thank you.
Will you though?
Uh, hey, it's a dirty job, but somebody's got to hold the camera.
Wow. NC-17,
All right.
here we come.
Okay, 26 is Marx Brothers. Moving on. 25, The Party, is Peter Sellers. This was from the 60s, but it was definitely a hilarious movie what I remember of it. But I saw it a long time ago. And no, not in the 60s. So before you start with that crap,
You said it, not
stop
me,
it.
okay?
Stop it. Stop it, you. I can't even get myself to point in the right direction here. Everything's backwards. Okay. Enough of that.
I wasn't saying nothing.
I can't do it. I never learned to read.
Sounds like summer school.
Okay, so 2024 is Role Models.
Wow.
With Stifler and Paul Rudd. I call him Stifler.
Yeah.
Ask
Sean
her
William
about the
Scott.
third eye.
Oh boy. We'll go back to that. No.
That was
Uh.
such a messed up but awesome movie. It was highly underrated. I
I'll be honest with you. I liked it pretty much. I think I only saw it once though, but I probably should go back and look at it again because it's been mentioned on here a couple times, and I'm in the mode where I'm going back to stuff that I've seen before and saying we definitely have to go back and check that one out again.
Well, if you like Jane Lynch, you'll love her character in this movie.
oh, I love her.
Yeah,
Oh,
I like a lot of her stuff.
Oh, she's hysterical in this. So
But she'll always be Sue Sylvester to me, though, from
it's
Glee. Yeah.
I don't know. It's like a funny comedy about older men got themselves in trouble. Now have to do the Big Brothers program, and it's a way for them to grow up. But it's very unorthodox in a sense, and
good word.
it, it's just a great movie.
Kiss my ass. Ken Jeong's in this movie also.
Yes, yes.
The ending scene and the whole role playing cosplay scene is freaking hysterical.
Doctor.
Yes.
Dr.
Here we
Ken
go.
Jeong.
Dr.
I
Ken
think
Jeong.
that was the first movie I ever saw him in.
I didn't go to 6 years of evil medical school to be called Mister.
I hear this shit all the time.
Yeah, but he went through 6 years of medical school to sit on judge panels and stuff like that.
He's laughing all the way to the bank. But did you die?
But did you die? We say that all
Oh.
the time, especially with him playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Eli's got a no game, so if I dip by fire, I'll say all good. I mean,
Yep.
Andrew, we need you back though. I don't care what
Yes.
she says. She needs to get back here.
Absolutely. I'm just keeping your seat warm, Andrea.
Seat warm? Speaking of which, yeah, my seat's warm. I'm good. Trying to break in a new seat. I'm kind of weird still.
Yeah.
I think it's just you.
Okay.
All right, next movie I haven't seen.
The Immigrant.
Well, that's another Charlie Chaplin pass.
Okay.
22, Friday.
Oh my God. All of them. All three of them. Damn.
Yep.
Oh my God. All three of them. They'll go in there for about 10, 15, 25 minutes.
Okay, fair enough.
Just don't put it in my seat.
You got it.
Oh God.
Sorry.
The best movies ever.
Yeah.
Wasn't too fond of the third one where they're security guards. That was kind of like but the first one was wonderful. I think is my absolute favorite. And then the second one with Pinky, that was pretty good. But everything in my house stopped when next Friday, Friday after the next were on. We all stopped and watched.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely that kind of a movie where if you just hear a part of it, you're like, oh, there it is.
Yep. You got knocked the fuck out.
Damn.
Oh, boy.
Number 21. Another one that we could really quote. Super Troopers.
Super Troopers. Yes.
Oh my God. Say Car Ramrod. Say Car Ramrod. Why didn't you say it?
Ramrod? I got a little cola.
And then they did the series on Comedy Central, Reno.
Yes.
That was everybody from Super Troopers was in that too.
They did a firefighting crap. We watched it, and it's awesome, and it's literally the entire cast.
Nice.
It is awesome, but it wasn't. The second movie was good, but it wasn't as good as the first one.
No, I agree with that.
I mean, they could have done so much more.
There were very high expectations for that second one, and it fell flat a little bit.
Yeah. I think my favorite part was the ending in the credits when they were the guy was in the doorway and they were throwing stuff. And every time they hit him, he'd go ding or chicken or whatever and then turn around.
Oh, God.
So many bizarre scenes in both those movies, though. Like,
yeah.
The rookie has earphones on and just a metal cup, and they're shooting
Meow.
with a freaking close-range pistol.
Meow.
Nice.
What the hell happened to your car? Bear attack? The whole back door is just missing. It's like,
Oh God.
Speaking of missing doors, number 20 is Tommy Boy.
one of my, one of my favorites. Tommy want wingy.
Fat guy in a little coat.
I have to
Housekeeping.
rewatch that. It's been such a long time, but I just saw a picture online. It says Farley on a Harley, and I was like, oh.
Housekeeping.
You,
You need towels? Oh, God.
I make
There's-
car parts for the great American man because that's who I care about.
Yeah, Aykroyd was pretty funny in that, too. But, Chris Farley, I wish he had hung around. They would have made some more great movies together.
There's no comparison to him, his character, who he
No.
was.
Well, I mean, he really did follow the Belushi model all the way to the end. I mean,
Yeah.
that if you had to compare him to somebody, you'd go backwards and you'd compare him to John.
Yeah.
Because with the amount of physical humor, the whole depression / drug kind of path that they took, and
Yeah.
they just both burned out. I mean, they literally flamed out.
Yeah.
So
I haven't seen any of these movies. So, Andrew, you are slacking.
I know I was bad.
Whoa. At least you
Super Troopers is epic. Tommy Boy is another classic.
The Mask.
The Mask. Oh,
and number 19, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
One of my all-time favorites.
that was what we watch all the time. It was any of the Ace Venturas. Oh God.
I can't do it, Captain. I just don't have the power. Laces out, Dan.
Einhorn is Finkel.
Finkel is Einhorn. Oh my God. Einhorn is a man. I need to get my plunger.
Go ahead, get that plunger.
I'm curious.
No, that is not a prop that I have within hands. For this.
Oh,
I'm out of luck too. Oh, I know that one. Finkel is Einhorn. See, Andrea, you know.
Yeah.
Andrea saved herself. I'm proud of her.
Nice. And the dolphin's name was?
Snowflake.
Absolutely great. And a poor imitation of the Eagles mascot. But the Eagles were in the Super Bowl.
They were in the Super Bowl. That's actually why I started looking at Miami Dolphins too, because of that movie.
oh God.
I was obsessed with Dan Marino after that, not gonna lie.
Well, I'm a little upset they don't have an actual dolphin for when they play the games.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely put it. Your gun's digging into my hip. God. No, but the funniest part in that whole movie is he's in the police office with his buddy. What do they call him in that movie? Juice or something? He's juicing the movie Blank Chapter. It's the same guy, and Jim character's trying to get information off of him, and he says he can't. So he's like, "Oh, now you're pissing him off," and starts talking with his ass. Asshole, let me go.
Anybody got a breath mint? Let me ask you a few questions.
I could go on about this one. I think I won't ruin it, but I think number 2's on the list too.
Yeah,
It should be.
you would think.
I think it's later on in the list, but all I'm going to say about the second one, you must be a Monopoly guy.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But I can still watch this movie constant. So, I mean, I don't know how they can put gross out comedy, though. What? Because he kills a goddamn cockroach. Oh look, I'm sorry. Was that your brother? uh, so funny.
18 is Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein.
That's all you if you know about that one. I've never heard of it.
Well, hey, it was Lon Chaney Jr. I mean, it was the actual Frankenstein who played in it with Abbott and Costello. So, there's not much else to say about it. I mean, it was Abbott and Costello did a number of different movies featuring some of the classic Universal monsters, I guess you would say.
Okay.
I mean, they did Dracula, they did Frankenstein, they did Wolfman. So that was a series of films that they did because the studio wanted to promote the monster movies.
As you're saying, I need to take my voice forever. He knows more about movies than I do. Nope.
No,
Not happening. You're back next week, Andrea. No excuses.
I am very happy to fill in, but the fact that I have all this useless information in my brain is just because I worked in the business for so long. Plus, I grew up, like in movies. So,
what Morgan said. That's what I'm gonna say. What Morgan said.
So I'm actually gonna hop off. I just wanted to say happy St. Patty's Day, happy 100th show. Glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, I'm scared to know what you come up with this Tuesday. If you can top yourself, I'll be
Tuesday was outstanding. I got to tell you, it was really, really good.
It was wonderful. Now let me think, and I'll get back to you. I kept it a secret from John. I wouldn't even tell him what we were doing.
Yeah, well, I got.
He found out when everyone else did.
Yeah, well, I'm keeping a secret from all you guys. That should have what I should have next week.
Bye, Andrea. Love you. Hope you're feeling better.
Bye.
Hope you're feeling better. So
good night, Andrea.
Good night, everybody.
Feel better. Night,
Bye,
Morgan. Night, Morgan.
Get on your movies.
Good night.
Police Academy.
All right. So what do we got here?
Number 17.
17 Bananas is Woody Allen.
Can't say I've heard of it.
Can't really say that I was a big fan. I wasn't a big Woody Allen fan at all, really.
Okay.
Somebody's trying to get your secret, John.
Nope.
But she promises she won't tell.
Nope. Everyone's gonna find out together next week.
So we could skip 17.
Okay, number 16, The Naked Gun from the Files of Police Squad.
Now this is the first one, and this one did have OJ. So again, just based on the TV series Police Squad, which only ran for 6 or 7 episodes on ABC, and ABC dropped it because they felt that the audience had to pay too much attention to get all the humor. So the casual watcher wasn't going to get it. So it never really caught on until it hit the theaters, and then the Zuckers just took it to another level.
I can't say I've seen the first one or the second one. I've seen the third one for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you really want to laugh, then I'm sure one of these streaming services have the 6 or 7 episodes of Police Squad from television. They're definitely worth a watch if you're a fan of like Airplane or Naked Gun.
Okay.
For sure.
Number 15, the one that Marlena said she was watching earlier, History of the World Part 1.
Yes. It's good to be the king. I mean, I could say 1,000 lines from this movie. It was like, this may have been his best movie. It's hard to top Blazing Saddles. I think Blazing Saddles always have the number 1 spot for me, but this one's right up there. I mean, it really is. Just so many quotable lines.
Well, a lot of people would say Spaceballs was his best.
Spaceballs was good too. Yeah. Yep. I mean, it's just face it. He definitely knew comedy and knows comedy because the current series streaming on Hulu is definitely something that's looks like it has some potential. I've watched the first 2 episodes so far, 3, and I'm going to work my way through the rest. Yeah, yeah, Kevin.
We ain't found shit.
Comb the desert.
Andrew said she's watching it too.
Nice.
I think everybody's watching this movie.
Yeah, absolutely. With all the publicity surrounding the second one, the Netflix, not Netflix, the Hulu series. Everybody's going back and revisiting the original, which is great. Seize this, honkus. You can't say that to the cops.
Curtis Matt has me hooked on Warzone now. Oh, great. Curtis probably playing video games with Kevin and Matt.
Okay.
That's why Curtis is being so quiet.
John, is that your secret?
Nope.
I think somebody tried to guess your secret.
I know. I got it. Nope. Okay. Yeah. I'll have to tune in and find out next week.
Are you craving combos?
Nope. I'm eating pretzels actually though. Wow, pretzels. Thank you very much.
There you go. I got me some Philly pretzels today, and I got a free Shamrock pretzel.
Wow, look at you.
That was pretty fancy.
Pretzel factory, or did you actually go to Philly and get them?
No, I got the one in Deptford on Cooper Street.
Fair enough.
Okay.
14.
14 Pass.
Okay.
13 Marx Brothers. Day at the Races. Probably their most famous one, but really not a lot to talk about. The Marx Brothers are the Marx Brothers. They were geniuses, physical comedy.
That is not my secret, Andrew. Will you stop it?
Stop it. Number 12. It's a mad, 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 mad world. Now, this had like every single star that was in Hollywood at the time. They just lumped them all into one movie. And it was basically like a scavenger hunt kind of thing going on. And there was like in competition for this big prize. Spencer Tracy, Milton Berle, Sid Caesar. I remember Buddy Hackett was in it. There were almost every single star that was in Hollywood under contract at the time to that studio. Not remembering which studio it was, but whichever one it is, they pulled out all the stops and just threw everybody into one movie.
Studio info.
Universal, probably.
Yeah, it doesn't say.
Had to be Universal or Paramount at the time. I'm going to say.
Trying to find it. Look on this thing. Doesn't say. Yeah, I can't see what it says it.
Yeah. I'll have to look into that. I'm just curious.
Okay. So
all right.
11.
Number 11, Sleeper, which was a Woody Allen movie. Kind of futuristic. It was a Woody Allen movie. I mean,
John Beck, Don Kiefer.
Yeah, not really a lot of names, big names in that. But I remember it was set in the future, though.
Gotcha.
That's about all I remember about it. Okay, looks like we're hitting the top 10.
Yep, number 10 is another one of my favorites. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Absolutely great movie.
And the first line that always pops in my head when I think of that movie, Merry Christmas, the shitter was full. Randy Quaid is Uncle Crazy Cousin Eddie.
Cousin Eddie with the metal plate in his head.
Why is the carpet wet, Todd? I don't know, Margot.
And that was Julia Louis-Dreyfus was the neighbor
mean, there's so many quotable. Again, a movie that you can quote for days.
Yeah.
Like I can remember, like the last couple of years at work, I always got stuck helping with catering trucks, like building like turkey dinners and stuff when I was working in the kitchen. It would be me, my head chef, cafe manager, and another one of my sous chefs. The four of us would recite this movie from start to finish.
Nice.
And it was just always downright hysterical. Because my one boss can sound just like Chevy Chase.
Nice.
Yeah, so working 4 hours on the truck with those three, quoting this movie, is just downright hysterical. You want to see a comedy act at my job? Come find us around the holidays. We'll be quoting this movie nonstop.
Awesome. Number 9, Happy Gilmore.
Oh god,
that's one of my top. Yeah, probably my top Adam Sandler. Just hilarious. Even what's his name? Chris McDonald as Shooter McGavin. Just so many good quotes from that one too. Bob Barker kicking his ass. Definitely, Bob Barker said he had so much fun doing that.
He probably was in what, late 70s, early 80s when that came out?
Yeah, he was up there. Yeah. And he wasn't the smoothest actor delivering his lines, but the fight scene was hilarious.
Oh, absolutely.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Yeah. Now you've had enough, bitch. Oh, man.
And then he walks away like shadow boxing.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
I gotta look at the whole entire cast, but his boss from that movie cracks me up, Mr. Lawson. When he's trolling Shooter McGavin's character, gonna try to hit the green from here, and then she was like, "That's damn near impossible." I don't know. Gilmore did it an hour ago.
Richard Kiel.
Is that who it is?
Yeah, Richard Kiel actually played in a couple Bond movies as a character called Jaws.
Okay.
He was a guy, he's a huge guy, and he had these metal teeth. And he was in two of the Roger Moore Bond movies. One was Moonraker, and whatever one was after that, I don't remember. But he was definitely in 2 Bond movies.
Okay. His character cracks me up.
But yeah, it's Richard Kiel is his name.
Okay.
Yep.
And then how does it takes the iron and it bends it in half? Hey, Shooter, you forget your mine iron.
Jackass.
Yeah,
I hope you took your suntan lotion because it's going to take you all day to get off of that beach. Jackass.
Yeah. Just like you never made it into the NHL. Yeah, jackass. Classic movie.
Yep.
Number 8, Mon Uncle?
Pass.
Okay. Number 7, The Cameraman.
Buster Keaton, pass.
Okay. Number 6. You say pass on this one, I'm gonna get mad.
Absolutely not. Somebody asked me today, actually, when we introduced ourselves at the meeting. We had to go around the room and introduce ourselves, how long we've been with the company, and then what our favorite movie was. And today I said Caddyshack.
Off the top of your head, or do you have to think?
Off the top of my head, that was what I picked because it was fresh in my head because I just watched it the other day. And I could watch it 1,000 times, and I laugh every time.
I mean, like, where do you start with this? Breaking this down. I mean,
you could start anywhere in the movie and you'd find a funny line. Yeah. I mean, you had so many different things going on there. I mean, Rodney, Chevy, Bill Murray, even Ted Knight.
Yep.
Really hilarious in that. Couple funny things about Caddyshack. and I know I might have mentioned a couple of them before when we talked about it, but number one, Michael O'Keefe, who played Danny Noonan, is actually a very, very good golfer. Hey, Matt. He's actually a really good golfer, and whenever they have these celebrity pro-ams and stuff, he plays, and he plays very well. So that was one of the reasons he got the part. The girl who played Maggie was also the daughter of the mayor in Animal House that was in the shopping cart that worked in the supermarket. And the couple other facts about this particular movie. They got into just about wrapping up the production of the film, and the studio was looking at the dailies, and they got upset because they had what they considered to be two of the top stars of the movie, which was Chevy and Bill Murray, who were very hot coming off of Saturday Night Live just a few years earlier. And they did not have a scene together. So they had to take a production crew, and they actually had to go, and they put them two together in a room, and they just let them both improvise. So that entire scene where Ty hits the ball into Carl's apartment and it lands on the grass, and he asked if he could play through all that entire scene was all improvised by Chevy and Bill Murray, who hated each other's guts horribly at that time.
Yeah.
But to watch the scene and realize that absolutely none of it was on a script. The two most famous scenes in that movie were not scripted. And that's that scene and the scene with the Cinderella story with the flowers, where Bill Murray's it's getting ready to rain.
Yep.
And he's out there, Cinderella's story, about to become the Masters champion. And that was also improvised because they were going to lose a day of shooting because of the weather. And they had all outside scenes blocked out for that day. And rather than waste the whole day, Bill Murray told him to set up a couple rows of flowers and to give him a whatever you call that tool. I forget what it's called.
The hoe?
It wasn't a hoe, but it was like a, I can't even think of it. But the thing that he used in place of a golf club. And he just improvised that whole scene, talking like a sportscaster and hitting the flowers. And they got that on camera right before that storm hit.
Now, the scene that he's being the caddy for that one guy in the storm, is that actually how it really was? Or
no, that was shot on a soundstage. Because if you notice towards the end of the scene, you can clearly see that it's blue screen. Because you can actually, if you look real close, you can notice that the background looks funky.
I have to go back and check it out.
When the lightning hits and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely was on a soundstage. Now, I think the scene where they're like walking up the fairway and stuff, I think that was shot during the storm that they had that day. Yeah.
Wow.
But they weren't out there playing in it because obviously it was dangerous, with the lightning and stuff. But that was the two where they're like, it's really coming down. They actually did film that during that particular storm.
Wow. I mean, my famous quote from this movie I always go back to is, "Well, we're waiting."
Yeah. Oh, and the last thing about that, I know I told you this one, is that it took them a while to find a golf course that would agree to let them shoot on their golf course. And they finally found this course where they shot everything. And they were in a production meeting, and the representatives of the golf course were reading the script, and the script called for basically for the golf course to be blown up in the final scene. And they're like, we'll let you use our golf course, but we're not blowing up our golf course. Mm-hmm. And they said, okay, no problem. we'll cut that out. Okay. So then they agreed. So the last day of shooting rolls around, and the producers of the movie took the owners of the golf course out for a meal off site. And then they proceeded to blow up the golf course. And they paid them very handsomely for the damages, and got the course whole again. But they literally, behind the backs of the owners of the course, literally blew up the golf course with explosive charges.
What golf? Do you know exactly what golf course it was, or no?
I have. It was in the documentary that I saw, but I don't remember it right off the top of my head.
I'll have to look, see if I can find it. See how it looked back then compared to what it is now.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
but supposedly they made it whole like immediately after.
I would hope so, because they blew that shit to hell.
Yeah, they did.
And the damn gopher still gets out.
Yes, he did.
And Kenny Loggins actually had the main song from that, and
yep,
It's All Right was the theme song.
Yes,
by Kenny Loggins.
Absolutely.
That's all right. I just love seeing the gopher dance.
I mean, Kenny Loggins was on a roll back then with movie themes, because you got to figure he did Top Gun.
Yep.
He did Caddyshack, and he did
Footloose.
Footloose, yeah, exactly. All in a very short period of time.
Yeah, I mean, all three good songs too.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, Mr. Chaplin's at number 5 with a movie called The Circus.
Pass.
Okay.
Number 4 is Harold Lloyd. Pass. Number 3 is Buster Keaton. Pass. Number 2 is Charlie Chaplin. Pass.
And then number 1 is all you.
Number 1, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Where's my helpers when I need them?
Yeah. It's probably stuck into a movie, and I don't know where Sam is tonight.
Yeah, but I'm sure he's streaming somewhere. But oh boy, Holy Grail. Again, so many quotes, so much fun. Definitely was kind of a lot of people's introduction to Python. Some people were not familiar with the show, because the show was, yes, it's exactly Gary. Gary's a fan because he knows that. Because it was in the intro of the show every week. They'd run through this whole animated sequence, and they'd say, "It's," and then it would be Monty Python's Flying Circus. Mm-hmm. Played on the BBC, and then it caught on Channel 12 for a long period of time. It was on public access TV on HYY. Yes, 'tis but a scratch. Come back here, I'll bite you, you bastard.
So you got some people in your chat that don't know.
Nice. Okay, I like it. Yeah. Who's that? He must be a king. What makes you say that? Well, he hasn't got shit all over him. That was, yeah. So many funny movies. Can I go back and have just a little peril?
Matt says the coconuts.
Yeah. They're pretending to ride horses, and they're hopping, they're holding their hands and they're hopping, and somebody's clapping coconuts together to sound like a horse. Oh, and then they say, "Whoa," and then they tap it, and so it sounds like they're stopping. Oh, man.
I think that's on my list somewhere.
It better be on your list. Johnny, you gotta watch this movie, man. You gotta watch it.
I think it's on my one from upstairs.
It should be on the top of your list.
I think it is on my other one, because this one's the one from last week.
Yep. Yeah.
That's somewhere around here. I have 2 lists.
Monty Python, definitely. Awesome stuff.
I mean, I know you won't be around next week, but when you come back and we do round 2 of this, there's some good ones on here for movies 100 to 52.
Okay.
Some that we can skip, obviously, but there's some good ones.
Yeah.
I won't ruin any of them, but I was just throwing down the list a little bit. As you're on your mighty, I don't want to interrupt your Mighty Python movie.
Yes, it is one of my top movies of all time as well. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's the same list. It's just another thing I can look at. But
Yeah.
now let me see something. I'm actually curious. So since we're done with that,
Yep.
So according to IMDb, there is a different number one on their list.
Okay.
Their number one is City Lights with Charlie Chaplin. So you don't like that?
Yeah,
at
Charlie
all.
Chaplin. Yeah.
Number two is the original Home Alone.
Okay.
Number three, the Pink Panther.
The original Pink Panther.
Yep, with Peter
Yeah.
Sellers, 1963.
Yep. Classic.
Number four, Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls. So they
Wow.
skip
Okay.
the first one, go right for number two.
Wow. Okay. I still shudder at the sight of him crawling out of the elephant.
Oh, no, was it an elephant? Or was it? It was the
A rhinoceros. Or something.
And he just pops out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So number five was on our list tonight, The Naked Gun from the Files of Police Squad.
Yep.
That's number five. Number six, one of my all-time favorites, the original Dumb and Dumber.
Oh yeah. Want to
Can't
hear
go.
the most annoying sound in the world? Petey. Petey is the star of that movie.
Oh, here we go.
Pretty bird. Pretty bird. Petey's sleeping. It's no worse than in Me, Myself, and Irene when the cow gets hit in the road.
Yeah, well, I expected the Rocky Mountains to be a lot more rockier than that.
Yeah.
That John Denver was full of shit, man.
And when you knock the cow down, you had ground beef.
Yep. Matt says, what about Airplane 1 and 2? I'm surprised they're not in the top 51.
Yeah.
At least the first one.
The other list I saw had Airplane up there pretty high. I think Airplane definitely should be right up there. Actually, ahead of Naked Gun.
I think so.
Airplane 2, I mean, William Shatner was pretty funny in that, you know. So, my favorite actor in the Airplane movies was Otto.
The Autopilot.
Yeah, Autopilot.
Yeah, you caught that reference last week when we were talking about it.
Yep. And yeah, definitely. And then when you said he had his own page.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
So after Dumb and Dumber, number 7 is Hot Shots Part Deux.
Part deux. Yeah, it's 2 in French. But yeah, that's also along the Airplane genre with Charlie Sheen.
Yep.
A lot of Top Gun references in that.
Yeah, I like the first one more though.
Yeah, I think the first one was better, but there was another one that those guys made that's really funny as well that had Val Kilmer, which was called Top Secret, which was like a takeoff of spy movies. So just imagine you take spy movies and Airplane and you merge them together. That's what this movie was about. Definitely one to watch. I'll put that on the recommend list too.
What's it called?
Top Secret.
Top Secret. Got it.
Yep. And Val Kilmer was like the spy, but he was also like a kind of like an Elvis kind of guy. Like he broke in the song sometimes. He was like a rock and roll spy or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna write down before I forget.
Yeah.
Top Secret. Well, if I ever get a night off from the show, I'll have to watch some of these.
Yeah, you could actually watch a couple movies.
Yeah.
You got enough recommendations, right?
I got 4 sticky notes of them.
Yep. All right.
So, number 8 on your list is Police Academy. We talked about that
Yeah.
tonight.
Yep.
Number 9, The General.
Not familiar.
Rasputin.
Okay.
Number 10, one I'm surprised wasn't in the top 50. The Three Amigos.
Ah, Three Amigos. El Guapo.
El Guapo.
Jefe, would you say that I have a plethora of pinatas?
I mean, it's been a while since I've watched this one, but it's definitely a good movie. Now, do you want me to go down there a little bit? Or you want me to stop there?
No, I think we should take a couple minutes and talk about the last 100, and just kind of you know lead into what we planned for the end of the show.
Okay. Well,
Well-
I'll save the list then.
Okay, I'll let you go first, since this was your baby from the beginning. So
No, I just can't thank everybody enough for the support that has been given to us. I mean, it's definitely a dream come true. I mean, the show is still growing as we speak. I mean, there's a lot more to come. I have a lot of fun things planned for the future that we haven't unveiled yet. I mean, I have that big surprise I'm dropping next week that I hope people tune in to find out what it is. I mean, from here, I just hope to keep going up. I mean, I got awesome people helping me. We also always have a lot of people in the chat, which is awesome. A lot of people have reached out to me and said how cool of a vibe this show really is, that they can interact with us as we're talking and all that stuff. Like, it's just, I get comments all the time of, like, your show's growing, you're doing a much better job. Like, the first time I started a live show, I kept hitting the wrong button to do the goddamn countdown so the live feed would start. And now look at some of the intros I've done. They're freaking amazing.
yep, absolutely.
You can add to that if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I am very thankful that I got the opportunity to become part of this. I unfortunately was not in the beginning. I started out as a fan of the show. I am more than appreciative of the opportunity to become a part of it. I think that there's some great people that help put all this content together. I mean, Andrea, Morgan, John, just amazing people, both as people and as podcasters. To be associated with such talent is a blessing for me personally. All you guys that are in the chat that come in here and participate and share your kind words and your enthusiasm for the topics that we cover on a week-to-week basis. It's just it's amazing. I think that 100%. This is probably some of the most fun that I've had in a long time. And I hope that we can continue to entertain you guys. I hope we continue to grow, which I know we will. We're constantly working to create new content to, try and broaden our audience the best that we can, and provide whatever we can provide to entertain you guys on a weekly basis. John puts a lot of time into this, and I want to thank him personally for making it what it is today, because it's just it's amazing. It really is. And thank you to you and to everybody, John.
I mean, it's like, you would have told me back 7 months ago, August 15th, after doing the first one, I would have kept it going for as long as I have. On the biggest word I can use is a consistent basis. You figure since August, I've only had to cancel 2 shows, and I hate canceling both of them. but they only have to basically pull the plug and say, hey, we can't do the show tonight on 2 occasions out of all the nights we've been on here is absolutely mind-blowing. So, like, to have that creative passion still burning on a weekly basis to come up with fresh ideas, come up with new show ideas, or deliver new content. Yes, I do put a lot of work into this, but it's like you, Morgan, Andrew, you all feel into it. And the people that, like, help us out with everything, it's a whole team effort. It's a collaboration of so much. And, like, we had, like, Sam Simmons back in the very beginning. Mike Russo helped from the get-go. Tyler the Breach. I mean, there's so many people to the name. Shannon just joined in. She says, happy 100. It's an amazing 100.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you for that comment, man. I appreciate it.
Like, sure, you hit 100 right now. The goal is to go for 1,000. But I might not get there for a couple of years, but, like, you people keep coming in and supporting. I mean, that means everything. The more we get to show after, like, our numbers are starting to grow. I mean, I had an awesome stream the other night. I'm very thankful for who I had on. He opened up my channel to a whole new community, and I gained a lot of new followers from that, and I can't thank him enough. But to have the people that we have in every chat, it also means a lot. You may not talk. You may just sit back and listen. Use it as a podcast. Or you may just say one or two comments. Just to know that you're here listening means a hell of a lot. I mean, it fuels us.
Yep.
So please, just keep coming in. Keep spreading the word. Help us grow. I'm not trying to get anything out of this. If I get noticed by a big name company, hey, we love your show. We want to sign you to a contract. Great. If I just wind up being that small town basement selling streamer who's just on here talking, having fun, like, it's awesome. Like Gary, like he works at a night job. He's just, like, listening. That's awesome. My cousin Kelsey does the same thing. She just listens.
Yeah.
So, like,
some people listen and put their phones on the forklift.
Yeah, I mean, no matter where you're at, like, just taking the time out of your day to bring us into your life, it means a lot. Even if I had 1 or 2 people listening, that's still 1 or 2 people who are taking the time to see what this show is all about. It's huge. So I just hope to continue to grow that. Get more people involved. Keep engaging everybody. Grow the new audiences and stuff. So Ron had the idea that since not everybody was here for my New Year's show, that I go back and replay the little montage I had made of the very beginning of the show. I mean, you won't see clips past, honestly, New Year's, so you're talking about 2.5 months worth of content that's not on here, but you can just see how far the show has come. So, you want me to run that now, Ron? Or
yeah, I think that's a good way to, to kind of put it all in context.
Okay. I mean, it's about an 8-minute montage, so if people want to hang out and watch it, you can just, like Ron says, the show's been my baby. I mean, I watched it born, crawl, now I'm starting to walk with it, and the next thing you know, we're going to run with it. So, I'm going to cue that up. It's a very long one. I apologize. I hope people take the time to watch it. You can see just how much of a difference the show has made. That's all I can say. The biggest thing is the difference. From the very beginning to where it is now will blow you away. It blows me away.
Yep.
So, without further ado, I'll run that.
Harry and Harry Potter.
Yeah, I'll be Harry and Harry Potter.
You got the incredible. Welcome to the Basement Show with Mr. Knast. I'm joined tonight by my host, Michael Russo. And welcome to the Basement Show with Mr. Knast. I'm you.
Good evening, guys. Welcome back to the Basement Show with Mr. Knast. You have
Joining me in the studio tonight, my cousin Chelsea.
Hello.
Hello, Chelsea. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome back to the Basement Show with Mr. Knast. I am Mr. Knast. Joining me tonight in the studio is my guest, Tyler LeBreach.
What up, everybody? Welcome to Fantasy Bros this week, where we're going to talk all things fantasy.
And welcome to Friday Night Movie Night. I am your host, Mr. Knast. I am joined tonight by Michael Russo and a special guest appearance by Miss Andrea herself. Show with Mr. Knast. I am Mr. Knast, and tonight I am joined once again in the studio by Buccaneers diehard fan Tyler LeBreach.
Our newest Tampa Bay Bucks fan for a day, Lou. He's not happy about it, but he made.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Landover, Maryland.
Yeah, everybody. I don't know who's watching, who's going to watch, but we are here doing a Russo's recap. As you can see, look at this.
Pilgrim versus the Wolf. So, Sam, it's your favorite movie. If you want to drop an intro, feel free. The show is yours.
Oh, I say we just jump right into it, because this is definitely a weird movie. I will admit that. And I know.
So, how you doing tonight, Mike?
John, I'm doing great, John. Actually feeling much, much better. Thanks for asking. Why don't you start out with the Eagles? I'm going to flip the Eagles over to you right now.
Damn, the floor is yours.
Well, tonight, in the spirit of October and Halloween,
Get the ball rolling and start talking about the 1980s.
What I watched afterwards with John, which is the newest Halloween movie on Peacock, because it sucks. SUCKS sucks. Do not watch it. Sucks. Okay, everybody? Sucks.
The show must go on. So, tonight I'm running solo to the Basement Show with Mr. Knast. Tonight is our Friday Night Movie Night segment. I am joined in the studio by, Mike popped in right at the beginning. How you doing, Mike?
The game was...
3 times that age. Like, she still looks good for her age, don't get me wrong, but like it's hard to portray.
By myself tonight, so he had to hop on to make sure we got this show rolling.
We actually came off after the Eagles game because they haven't played yet.
Yeah, we can. 77-0.
77-0.
That's the score.
Okay.
At halftime. Beautiful.
Bye, Mike.
Bye.
Hi, Curtis. Hi, Matthew.
I promise I didn't plan that. I was in the bedroom with Mike Russo.
Ron's on early. Good job. Hey, Ron. It's Mr. Tessing in the house. This is Ron's This is Ron's show, so just let everybody know. We're just here to
Ron is
help.
Ron is the producer. We just keep him hidden in the closet.
Yeah.
All right, so Johnny, if you want to throw that banner up, tonight we're going to be playing Mad Libs. You won't know what we're going through or what we're doing until the story is finished. You're going to.
And I did some work, and I showed Mike before the show. So without further ado, I'm going to pop this up, and we can get
Check it out. Check it out, people. Check it out.
Boom! I am fine.
Show us how you crip walked a bit.
Okay. I will not do that. Thank you very much.
Andrea can join us for stuff that's modern. So that's what I went with, classics.
Hold on.
some Kahoot and have a good Tuesday night show with us. So please, everyone, welcome back, Mr. Simpkins.
Hello, I'm back.
Even if it is a one-time deal, we appreciate you. What would you call your favorite?
Great air.
What? Well, my favorite?
Well, like what movies could you watch over and over in the 80s?
Here we go.
Oh gosh.
He got his butt kicked.
Went home without a shower, apparently. That's what he said. He popped off to some reporters.
Well, actually 116 because I have the front page and then the last page.
So tonight we are doing the first 4 movies. We have well over 100 questions. So I want to do some Tuesday night fun, but get into the whole movie night thing and theme. So we're doing this.
Fired up, man. They're playing for that coach.
And like I said in my group chat, Dan Campbell is going around biting people's kneecaps off like he said all last year. It's coming to full sight this year. So
Yep.
To my right on the top row is Mr. Ron, and down in the center of attention, we have a special guest for tonight. Ron's son Jason has joined the show. So welcome in, gentlemen. Merry Christmas. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday. Yeah. Sorry, not sorry. I do remember this one without even saying anything. I was blown away when she wrote this one. I was like, wow.
Oh my god.
That's alright. 2022 has been fun, but we're on to bigger and greater things for 2023. So I hope you come back for a fun-filled year on the Basement Show with Mr. Knast. Till then, Happy New Year and good night. Again, I apologize that video has not been updated since we have started 2023, but it's just a testament of where the show started to where it is today. It's just baffling. I mean,
Yeah.
Ron, do you have anything that you would like to
I mean,
say?
it just shows you with some perseverance and some enthusiasm and your help and support. We're just going to continue to push the needle and try and give you guys the best that we can give you on a weekly basis.
I mean, there's a lot of work that goes into this. I'm not going to lie. I do a lot of work off camera. Ron does too. We all do. When we plan these shows, it takes each and one of us to collab. Like, sure, Andrea's not on all the time, but when she is on, she puts about 2-3 hours worth of work just for one show. Morgan does the same, 2 to 3 hours worth of work. Ron does a lot of work on his Monday night stuff. Tonight on movie night, he has a lot of knowledge from Blockbuster and all that, but like he has to look some of these stuff up. And then like stuff I do the like all the other stuff. I mean, I'm not trying to take all the credit. I get feedback from everybody, but like I make an intro, I send it to Ron. Hey, how do you like this one, or do you like this one better? Like it's a team effort. So anybody who ever wants to join in on the fun, even if you want to just pop on for 5-10 minutes and join us, I mean, you're more than welcome to. I mean, but you can count on my support. Matt, and that means so much, dude. Yeah, I mean, we're here for the long run. That's all I can say. We're just starting that walking phase, and then before you know it, we're going to be running. We're going to be running 4-mile sprints. And I just hope to keep entertaining you guys. If you guys ever have any different ideas for different types of shows you want us to do, different topics that you want us to discuss, we're open to it. Even if I got to sit on the computer for 2-3 hours because I have no idea what that topic is, I will put the time and effort in to make sure you have that quality show. And I think I can speak for Ron too.
Absolutely.
Like, that's what this show's premise is. There's something for everybody. and I'm trying to make sure that there's something for everybody who keeps tuning in time and time again, so they're entertained. So, like, that's all I pretty much got.
Yeah, I mean, that says it all. I mean, we're here for you. And this is your show. As participants, you decide the directions we go in. I mean, we could sit here and talk all day long, but we want to make sure that we're talking about the things that you want to talk about, because that's just going to generate the most interest, and the fact that you're going to come back next week and we're going to have something that's going to be of your interest that you are going to enjoy. So it's always a fluid work in progress.
Yeah, and that's why I actually wanted to go the more live show route than your typical podcast where you just record audio. Because then you're just having a full-out conversation back and forth. But being able to do it live, you get that energy, you get the feedback, you get that interaction. And that's what I wanted. I don't even call it as a podcast anymore. I'm full-out calling it a talk show. Because that's what it is.
And you get to learn how to lick your elbow.
Still waiting on you, Ron.
I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. Once I can reach, I'll never leave the house.
Yeah, I hope not. You might be picking your elbow off the floor.
Except for May 9th.
Oh yeah, I can pull that up real quick too. Let me edit this so I don't have to scroll it. There you go. You want to explain it? It's all yours.
Yeah, absolutely. We're looking to put together a group. Anybody that's in the South Jersey, Philly area, and you're interested in joining us for a night of fun and laughs, we are planning on hitting the Phillies versus Toronto Blue Jays on Tuesday, May 9th. It is Dollar Dog Night. So we're going to get together, going to have some fun, have some laughs, enjoy a game, consume some hot dogs, I'm sure. Allegedly, there might be a challenge in there somewhere along the line.
That's all you.
There's a rumor.
But I'm scheduling that one. I'm staying out of that. I'll put it on the show, but...
We do need to start hearing from anybody who wants to participate so we can get the ticket process rolling. See what we can do about, getting the best size group that we can get, and then we'll see where it goes from there. I will tell you that one way or another, high or high water, I know I'm going.
Yeah, I took the day off of work.
I already took the time off as well, so come out and join us. I mean, have some fun. Get to know the people you see every day in the streams, and we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah, Gary says count me in. Good. Gary's an awesome person to hang out with. I extended the invite to my buddy Timmy. He's probably going to join us. I told Morgan and Kevin to join us.
Gary said, and talk about cars going left.
I mean, I could go on a whole spiel about that right now if you want, but I'll save it.
We got to have a little segment in every Sports Gladiators, just the NASCAR update. Hey, left. Back to you.
well, that's funny because I'm on your left side now, and you're on my right side. So.
Yeah, so you know.
But no, it's been an awesome experience. 100 episodes is a mega deal, especially for a small town stream to hit 100 episodes in a little more than 7 months.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we didn't exactly hit 100 episodes on the 7-month anniversary. That's okay. But all I can say is onward and forward.
Yes.
Is the best way I can sum it up in a nice, easy context. How about you? Is there anything that you can sum it up that way? Or did
that pretty much says it all, man. It really does. Thank you, guys. We appreciate you.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you guys keep coming back, we come back. If I get a message one day saying you want me to stop doing shows, I'll tell you get lost. Because there's there's more than one person that's gonna not want me to do this, but the more people that come back and say to keep doing it, I'm gonna keep doing it. Like I said, I'm not trying to get anything out of it. Just love and support, and know that you can tell us off live on the stream if you want. You can come on camera and tell me off. You won't hurt my feelings because I'm man enough to do this.
He's man-child enough to do that.
Yeah, well, my biggest thing is I hate it always being in front of a camera and talking. I don't have the best looking appearance, and I don't have the best voice. But so to get over both those fears and be able to do something like this is a dream come true. A lot of people who know me on the personal level say this is outside my comfort zone. But now it is in my comfort zone, oddly enough. So that's all I really got.
Yeah, I mean that says it all. Like that's a great way to wrap it up for tonight. Just thank you again. We're proud to have got to 100, and we will be even prouder when we hit 200 and 300 and 400. And as we grow this show and continue to have fun and enjoy your company and entertain you the best that we know how.
Yeah. Like I said, anytime anyone has any suggestions, reach out, let us know. I'll be more than happy to broaden my horizons to make the show better. But thanks to Gary for popping in the chat while he was at work. We had Matt in here. I saw Mr. Simmons stop by. Sam, I don't know if you're still listening or not. The show went amazing. We had a good conversation about slapstick comedies. Ron is still waiting for you to pop in so you guys can do a whole Mighty Python night. I know you want to do that. Shannon dropped in saying happy 100. I said Matt. Kevin popped in. We ain't found shit. I think we found something with the show. That's all I'll say. Andrea stopping and giving me a hard time as always. Curtis, one of our biggest supporters. We had Morgan on camera and in the chat, which was awesome.
Yep. Julie
Basham stopped in. Yep.
Shannon,
Marlena. Who else?
I hope we didn't miss anybody.
I'm looking at the comment. Dave Clayton.
Yeah, Dave Clayton. Yeah.
With by my honest opinion, the comment in night. I love this comment.
And Dave being a fellow content creator, I take those words very, very complimentary.
Nice. I mean, what was the name of his show again? Can you say
his show is called The Shield, and it's available in all formats. You can find him on TikTok and on YouTube. He's based on Rumble. I think is his main format, but he also has content on many other platforms as well.
If you ever go check him out and you're able to chat with him, let him know you come from here.
Yes.
I'm sure he'll welcome you in with open arms like we do here. So
it is a political themed show. It's a lot of commentary. He has guests. He does interviews and the like. So he's a really great guy. So if you get an opportunity, make sure you check him out.
My friend Ashley had stopped in, said happy 100th and St. Patrick's Day. Jack popped in for a minute. Sorry, Jack, didn't see the FDU win. That was his comment. I said Curtis, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think that was it. I mean,
thanks, Gary.
Yeah, we'll be back Monday, right, Ron?
Yes, Monday night for Sports Gladiators, guys. We got a lot to talk about. A lot of action this week in the NFL. So, and Phillies are only 2 weeks away from opening day. 2.5 weeks, I guess. So you're going to see the Phillies talk kind of intensify a little bit as well, with the regular season quickly approaching.
Yeah, and I get to have my 2-minute NASCAR segment because there is a NASCAR race in Hampton, Georgia this weekend. So I will let people know who won the race, and that's all I'll say. But we can also get people up to speed on our bracket challenge that we're doing. with
Yep.
Mr. Sam and our page. That should get quite interesting. We had a couple upsets already. So tune in for that. Yeah, Monday's going to be a jam-packed show.
Yep.
That's easily going to be a 2-hour show.
Absolutely.
So other than that, I just hope everyone has a fun-filled weekend. If you're out and about listening to us on 11:30 on a Friday night, be safe. Enjoy your St. Patrick's Day. Oh, well, now look. Now Mr. Simmons wants to talk. How's it going, guys? Of course, he's late to that party.
Hey, Sam.
You want to start spitting some muddy python at him, you can yell at him real quick.
Yeah, well, Holy Grail was number 1 on the list, so yeah.
But
And Miami did beat Drake 63-56.
Ah, there you go.
So
Can we get one of these real quick then? Let's see it. Come on, I'll do it for you. And you know what else happened too, Ron?
what's that?
Penn State beat Texas A&M.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
He's on the phone. Congrats to your Hurricanes.
Thanks. We got bumped out in the first round last year, so yeah.
Hey, you're one step farther this year.
There you go.
Is it gonna snow out? The Flyers won.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. I gotta find my shovel. I don't know if the Sixers won though, did they? I would have to look.
They were going for like 7 in a row tonight.
I'm gonna look real quick then. Hold on, we're not ending the show yet. Hold on. Nope. Nobody leave. I'm holding you all hostage.
Embiid is now the betting favorite in Vegas to win MVP.
Nice. And Sixers did win 121-82
Wow.
over the
Nice.
Charlotte Hornets. Embiid has 38.
Now Penn State gets to lose to Texas, Sam says. Nice.
Whoa, what? Whoa.
Now Penn State gets to lose to Texas.
Okay, well, I do have that. I think I'm the only one that has Texas winning it all, just to piss Sam off. But yeah, Embiid had 38, 13, and 5 assists tonight.
He's on fire.
That he is. Hey, Harden had a triple-double. I'll take that.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
we'll talk about that Monday.
Yeah, we will.
But everyone have a good night. I'm going to sign off for the night. Ron's going to probably sign off as well. He's been up all day.
Yes.
So.
And back up and early in the morning.
Yeah. Now, I did make a special outro for tonight, so I hope people stay and enjoy it.
All right, guys. Have a great night. Thank you. Thanks for coming in.
Have a good night.